Welcome, Westside Pirate fans, to the Lady Westside Pirate pregame show for volleyball tonight. The Lady Pirates will be taking on the Aberdeen Tigers here in Elwell Gym. Westside, Dayton is where we're at tonight. First serve is scheduled in about 19 minutes from now. We're going to go ahead and move on through our pregame show today. I am Cody Olsen, joining you here for what is going to be a really, really fun one. After the Pirates had really done well in Bear Lake last week, they hope to continue their momentum against the Tigers tonight. It should be really, really fun. We'll continue through our pregame show involving the North Stars Ultimate Outdoors scene set, our Evergreen Financial Coaches show, and move on to our keys to the game and our Webb Funeral Home starting lineup immediately after this on 105.5 KACH, 1340 AM, mylocalradio.com.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Tonight's game is brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce in town. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll receive in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, with all the parts you need for your car to keep it running strong. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Procon Homes, building quality multifamily homes across the West. By Les Schwab Tires, stop in and see the tire experts on Main Street in North Logan. North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial in Preston. Level 10 Life. Reach your next level in life with their life coaching sessions. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. This game is made possible through an agreement between Cook Brothers Broadcasting and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game in whole or in part without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting is strictly prohibited. Since 2005, North Stars Ultimate Outdoors has been Cache Valley's source for fun and adventure. It's here you can find the biggest selection of snowmobiles, ATVs, utility vehicles, and handheld power equipment from the brand names you know, such as Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. The professionally trained staff at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors of Preston has what it takes to get you out on the nation's leading brands. The best deals in the best town. North Stars Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts. 777 North State Street, Preston.
This is the Westside Pirates pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coaches as well as our outstanding student of the week. We'll also take a look at all of the pregame stats and give you the keys to the game, all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Westside Pirates on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. Hello and welcome back, everybody, here to our Westside Pirate Lady Volleyball pregame show. First up on the slate, we're going to be talking a little bit about our Westside Pirate Ladies taking on the Lady Tigers of Aberdeen as part of our scene set today, brought to you by North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts, 777 North State Street in Preston. Well, to talk a little bit about the Westside Pirates, they're sitting at 10-1 on the year, 2-1 in conference. Very confident coming off of a huge 3-0 sweep over the Bear Lake Bears last week, where everything seemed to go right and nothing seemed to go wrong out in Montpelier. Everything seemed to come together very, very well. Things were coming just smoothly along. Coach Royer talked about how this is the standard that we need to make in order to move forward. This is how we win state once again. You got to play like you did in Bear Lake, like we did last week. Westside gets ready for a week where they will play 4 straight days in a row with 2 conference games against the Tigers today, the Cardinals on Thursday, and then finishing up with the Malad tournament, pool play on Friday, tournament time on Saturday. We'll cover that on Saturday as we will be there covering the Lady Pirates, hoping to get back at Malad, which will also be participating in the tournament, looking for a little bit of a revenge game there. Tonight's game will feature a healthy and tight rotation of outside hitters for the Pirates, including Abby Fuller, averaging 16.3 kills, along with Sara Mariscal, 9.4 kills a match. The Pirates currently sit behind Malad in the District 5 standings, who they hope to meet in the tournament on Saturday as part of the Malad tournament. As for Aberdeen, they come in 1-7 on the year, 0-2 in conference. The Lady Tigers are looking to come into the game looking for their second win of the season. Their lone win coming off their first game of the year against Taylor's Crossing of Idaho Falls. Head coach Sarah Peck will be here to help lead the Lady Tigers in what could be an upset win over the Pirates here in Dayton. Thank you so much for joining us on our Pirate pregame show today. Until then, let's go back into the booth and enjoy the rest of our pregame show right after this.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised to what we have.
Welcome back, Westside Pirate fans, to another week of volleyball. I am joined here with head coach Melinda Royer. Our last week of volleyball in the month of September, and it was last week. It ended on a really good note. Coach Royer, a huge win. I cannot describe it other than the fact that everything went right for the Westside Pirates against Bear Lake. What did you enjoy about the match, and what did you see?
That's a great description of it. We had so many wonderful things that happened that night, but our girls' error percentage was so low. We just didn't make unforced errors. And it was beautiful. It was actually close to one of the best games that I've ever coached as far as girls working in sync together, being aggressive, reading the ball. Overall, it was just a great game.
That was something, watching the game, and I was keeping my unofficial stats as I tried to do, and it just blew me away the minimal amount of errors that happened. It just felt like whenever anybody was hitting the ball, it just turned to gold, and it happened. And did it help your girls feel confident coming into this week now?
Yes, for sure. They're very confident coming into this week, and we did a lot of mind work on talking about how we warmed up, what we were feeling, how we kept the energy on our side, how we let mistakes roll off our back, all those things. Because when you play a perfect game like that, you want to replicate it. So we're trying to be very reflective about what we did and how we can do it again.
Coach, this week we have a lot of volleyball, Aberdeen, Soda, and then tournament play. I've talked with a couple of the girls for interviews on our outstanding student portion, and they seem really excited for the tournament because they feel like they have unfinished business. They really want to perform well in the tournament. What would you like to see from them during this week that would help them get ready for this tournament in Malad?
Yeah, so we get to play Aberdeen on Wednesday. We're going to play Soda Springs on Thursday, and then we get the Malad tournament on Friday and Saturday. I would hope that the girls can use the momentum that they had from last week going into this week, reflecting on what they've learned, and continue that fast pace. The girls hit last week a hitting percentage of a .21, which is a great hitting percentage. It's amazing to have that big of a kill percentage. So the thing that worked well against Bear Lake is every one of my hitters were on, my blockers were on, and they were helping each other to get on. And I hope that as they work through Aberdeen and Soda, that will help prepare them even more for the Malad tournament. They definitely feel like we have unfinished business. There's some new teams in the Malad tournament that we haven't seen yet this year. We're really hoping they're not in our bracket for pole play, but we really want to play Declo and North Fremont. Those are two teams that we haven't been able to play yet that we're excited to play. We also really want to line up with Malad again, and it'd be great to play them there and get a win there as well.
Coach, a lot of opportunities for the girls, and you mentioned, seeing teams that you haven't before. What do you feel like playing a team that you don't have a whole lot of history or tape on does for the girls and for your team when you play them?
Seeing the teams that we haven't played before helps us to get a better variety on what type of competition there is out there at the state. Declo is another team that we met up with at state last year, and I'm sure they'll have a great team again this year. But being able to play them, to have some success against them, will help build confidence going into the state tournament that, hey, we played Ryrie. We can handle Ryrie. We played Malad. We can handle Malad. We played North Fremont. We can do that. So it just builds confidence, and then lets us to get to know their team a little bit better on how to prepare for the state tournament against them.
Coach, I've covered a lot of sports in the past. I have a specialty covering football in particular. And when we talk a lot about games on back-to-back days, you can even say this for basketball, a lot of coaches will talk about, we got to make sure that we're eating right, or the rest portion. Does games this close together, 4 days in a row, including back to back on a weekend for a tournament, affect how you're going to be plugging in people, or is it going to be a similar rotation every single day?
We will probably plug in our girls a little bit more to give girls rests when they need it, when we can. We will always probably start with our same rotation that we have started in, but then I'm hopeful to get those that haven't seen as much playing time a little bit more experience, just to help grow them and help them to be more prepared when they're needed as well. So, yes, we do try to give some rest, but you can play 3 volleyball games in a day and be just fine. Now the girls aren't used to it, so giving them the proper nutrition and rest afterwards and before is very important.
It was just a thought that came to my mind. It's talked a lot about in other sports, and volleyball is one that I'm learning as everybody else goes along. So, Coach, we really appreciate it. Time flies on these interviews. A lot of stuff we might touch up before the tournament on Saturday. Is there anything else you want to touch up on before we get ready for a lot of volleyball this week?
No, I think we're doing great and ready to run. We're excited. We haven't seen Aberdeen yet this year, so we get to play Aberdeen on Wednesday. We're excited to see what they're going to bring to the district play and go on to the second round of district play with Soda starting on Thursday.
Absolutely love it. Thank you so much, Coach. You have a fantastic day. We'll see you out on the court.
Thank you.
Welcome back, Westside fans, to our outstanding student portion of the game. Previous to our matchup for volleyball, I'm joined here with Marley Newton. Marley, so much good things happening in terms of volleyball last week, and I can't help but feel that everybody was nothing but smiles after the win against Bear Lake. How did you feel overcoming the Bears last week?
I just felt like they were trying to, I don't know, they felt like they were going to win this game, but we just destroyed them.
Strong words. How was it, the feeling, just overcoming that and really establishing yourself as a team? Did everybody feel really excited? What was the feelings like?
Well, I think we felt like we were all working together. I forgot the name, but it's like the whole team helps each other when we won. Like I forgot what it's called. It's our coach told us a story about these people that did the rowers and how they were all working together, that they were all in sync. And so it's kind of like that. We just all were working together, and it helped us, destroy it.
It's always a fun conference rivalry matchup between Bear Lake and, always going to get that back and forth. I think it leads to the fun part of sports. What do you like most about competing in volleyball and in sports in general, Marley? Why do you do it?
I don't know. I'm very competitive. I just like to win. It's fun. I like bragging too. That's fun.
Does that transfer over to, Monopoly or Operation?
Every time we play family games on Sunday, my dad always wants to win, and so we try our best to beat him. But somehow he does win, but I think he cheats. Yeah. So we get mad, and then we're like, winner cleans up, and so he has to clean up. Yeah.
Well, family game night's super fun. What else do you do with your family out here?
I don't really know. It's hard to spend time with them because of practice. Everyone does different sports, and so we get home late or you have to leave early in the morning. It's just difficult.
What do your siblings participate in?
My sister, she's in middle school. She plays volleyball too, and my mom's coaching. So they're doing that, and they have morning practice, which sucks, especially for middle schoolers. And then my brother plays baseball, and so my dad coaches him with that. And so we're all just doing sports the whole time.
You're all by yourself on an island playing varsity volleyball. How did you come to know that volleyball was the sport that you wanted to do?
My mom used to play, and so I just grew up around volleyball, and it was really fun. And I used to play rec, and then I'm like, I really like this. So I started doing it, and I've been playing it longer than softball and all these things. And so I just feel like it's my sport.
Your sport, you identify with it. Marley, talk to me a little bit about your favorite memories this year up until this point. I know that you guys have lots of fun on the bus or running around and doing stuff. Do you have a favorite moment either in the game or off the court that you've enjoyed this year?
I think one, it's an inside joke. So Britta Grimm? So we call her Brenda sometimes, and that happened last year at Cokeville. We named her that. And so we just called her, and she didn't really like it at first, but she likes it now. And one time I think it was Marsh Valley and someone else, tri-match, and she tried to chuck the ball over the net, but she was too far off, and so she just threw it to the ground, and everyone started laughing. We're it was a Brenda moment because it was really interesting, and so we just kept calling things Brenda moments, and we made up this fake sign that said Brenda moment, so we just hold up an invisible sign, and it just is funny. If she looks at us on the bench, we all start laughing. And if she does something good, we cross it because we're turning the sign around. It says Britta moment. And it's just a great inside joke.
That's great. Has Britta come to embrace that? Does she like it a lot?
Yeah, and it's just fun. She's just a great part of the team. And she's the youngest on varsity, and it's great.
Britta's had some highlight plays, and she's going to be playing volleyball for a little while for Westside. We're excited for her. Marley, as a senior, are you a senior, right? You're a junior. Okay, so you've got one more year, right? What is your hope that this year will bring for you to get ready for your final push next year?
I hope that I can be able to lead the team next year because there's only 3 juniors. And so we're going to have to work harder than everyone else so that we can be able to keep our streak going of state. And I just hope that we can get more reps and become a great team next.
That was my interview with Marley Newton, junior for the volleyball team. A little bit of a mix-up on our board right here. But junior Marley Newton, she was so fun to be able to interview and talk a little bit about, I guess, the inside jokes that are happening on the West Side volleyball team. We're going to go ahead, take a quick break, come back to you with our starting lineups and our keys to the game, brought to you in part by Naylor Insurance and Webb Funeral Home right after this on 105.5 KCH 1340 AM, mylocalradio.com.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs through Mutual of Enumclaw. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
They say the three most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
We welcome you back here to our Westside Lady Pirate Volleyball pregame show. And it's now time to go over our starting lineups today, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, the trusted name in the funeral business since 1925. Starting off for the Lady Tigers, number 1, Maddie Schultz, the junior. Number 2, Riley Barclay, the senior. Number 3, Brianna Gonzalez. Number 5, Ermerta Corrillo. Number 6, Samantha Jackson. Number 9, Rachel Peck. Number 11, Chantel Palacios. Number 14, Olivia Pratt. And now for your Lady Westside Pirates.
Hello. There we go. Sammy Roberts.
Sammy Roberts coming down the line.
Number 4.
The libero defensive specialist. Abby Fuller averaging 16.4 kills a match. Very impressive for her. Britta Grimm coming down the line. Natalie Lemon as well following her. Sara Marescal. And finally rounding things off, Paige Camo. Your seniors and starters for the Westside Pirates. We're going to go ahead and dip into our live camera coverage here in Westside. The Tigers and the Pirates getting at it here on the hardwood. This is for volleyball time. Conference matchup tonight. The Tigers coming to this one with one win under their belt. They're looking for their second one of the year, and this win would have them over the second-ranked Westside Pirates in all of 2A in the coaches poll. Above them, Melba. Pirates ranked number 2 in the coaches poll, all in 2A, District 5 representation. I believe Malad is 5th currently as we sit right now. Westside Pirates need to get through the Tigers and the Cardinals tomorrow as they get ready for the Malad tournament, a 2-day tournament, Friday and Saturday. We welcome you here into the booth as we have the starting lineups out there for the Pirates. Samantha Roberts getting ready to come in and substitute. Britta Grimm, usually the one that she will come in for. But first, a little substitution on the part of the Tigers. In comes number 9, Rachel Peck. Grimm will come out and Roberts will come in. Signature high 10 that we talked a little bit about the whole way back a couple weeks ago. The Tigers will start off to serve. Back to serve number 1, Maddie Schultz, the junior. She'll set it up right in the middle, standing serve across the tape, taken by Fuller on the left side. Beckstead will give it back to Fuller on the left, up and down, and 1-1. Yeah, tell me if you've heard this one before. Abby Fuller starts off the night with a massive kill on the left side of the floor. 1-0 to start off here in the beginning of our first set. Brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area of Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming. 2 hits and a violation called on the Tigers, making a quick 2 points here in this first set. Our cheerleaders across the way, behind them the West Side students section. Ace is the name of the game as a service just inside the right boundary marker in front of the Tigers bench by Natalie Lemon. She usually gets one of those early on in the match too. Everything seems to be going by cue so far. A little punch over and a block by Britta Grimm. Grimm reaches over almost the net and just puts it right back down on top of the head of number 6 Samantha Jackson. My goodness, a kill for Fuller, an ace for Lemon, and a block for Grimm. I think I'm living Groundhog's Day over again. Here comes an attack from the Tigers, and that one will sail a little bit too far out the back line. Number 3, Brianna Gonzalez, the junior, rises up on the logo, slaps it, but a little bit too far. 5-0 early on in this first set. Received by the Tigers on the near side, up in the air by Schultz, and then pushed back over to the Pirates. Beckstead will put it up high into the middle, and Grimm will punch it just out of bounds, far out to the left in front of the band located in the southwest corner of the gym here. Our band did a fantastic job giving us a rendition of the national anthem while you were away at break. I wish you could have heard it. Service by the Tigers, and it was a little bit too soft. Gonzalez puts that one low and slow underneath the tape. 6-1. Marley Newton coming to give Paige Camo a blow. She'll take a rest and sit on the bench. Lainey Beckstead, an L approach into the middle, high up into the rafters off of the ceiling, and it comes shooting back towards the middle, a little bit of an awkward ricochet. Caught the Tigers off guard, and that's an ace for Lainey Beckstead. Thank you all for joining us here. Our scoreboard today sponsored by Les Schwab Tires of the Logan North store. They're going to be keeping us in check all year round in terms of scores, both in football, basketball, and volleyball. And then once we get into the spring, we'll be hitting up some softball as well. 8-1 after the miscue on the right side attack from the Tigers. Beckstead will go again inside and into the back right corner. An attempt from Palacios. Kind of whiffed on the air on that one, just a little bit behind it. The score 9-1 early on in this first set, brought to you by Northern Title. Beckstead tries to go soft, and it's going to go too soft, barely nicking the bottom portion of the net there for an error. We'll try and keep track of errors tonight. Beckstead has one, and Grimm has the other. Back to serve. The senior Carrillo. She also will match Beckstead and put that one into the net. 10-2, our score here on the Logan Northwest Schwab scoreboard. Abby Fuller, a couple bounces off of the hardwood and lobs it straight into the middle. An over return, close near the antenna, but Westside able to bump it back over to the Tigers. Schultz, and a setup into the middle, off the forehead of Peck. Beckstead to the west side, left side, and Mariscal puts it in the trees. The arms of Peck and Jackson down onto the Tiger hardwood. 11-2, and Mariscal gets herself on the board. Fuller goes back into the middle. Schultz high up into the air, a dump set out to the left, and Grimm will capitalize as it was over-returned right into her area. She rises up on the Pirate logo and puts it down out onto the left. 12-2, Britta Grimm with her first kill. The lone sophomore on our varsity squad. Fuller goes and attacks and serves from the right side of the court now. Tigers handle it well, and a rise up into the middle. Pushed over, diving dig by Marley Newton, our outstanding student, back over to the Tigers. West side takes it, and Beckstead will give it back to Mariscal on the left. She'll load up and get it tipped and out of bounds. Another kill for Sara Mariscal. Measured the tape and her steps well, rose up and swung, and that finds its home inside the boundaries, 13-2. Ace by Abby Fuller as she sends it across, kind of slow, takes a dive on the near side at the 10-foot line across the tape, 14-2. Having trouble keeping all these stats. They're coming so quickly. Abby Fuller, couple bounces off the hardwood again. She'll go down the line, taken by Schultz. Second touched and pushed over by Carrillo. Back over to the Pirates, right side attack from Newton. She goes down the line and hits the back right corner. Yes, sir, or yes, ma'am. More like it, Marley Newton with a highlight kill on the near side here. 15-2. Fuller again, soft and into the middle. Diving attempt will shoot back into the tape. Valiant effort by Carrillo, but not enough. Second ace of the night for Abby Fuller. Brought to you by the Logan North Les Schwab store. Punched back over, Fuller into the middle for Beckstead. Mariscal loads and launches, out of bounds, no, maybe. Touched at the tape. It was tipped at the line. It was going to go out of bounds, but it was lightly grazed by the front line of Aberdeen. Over and back into the middle, saved off of the forehead, and then Tigers collide in the center portion at the 10-foot line. A timeout taken by head coach Sarah Peck. We'll take it as well. Come back to you in just a second here. Pirates up 18-2 early on in this first set here on 105.5 KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
Welcome back to our second time coming back from break into our first set. We are brought to you by Northern Title. The Pirates up 18-2, leader in kills right now, Sada Mariscal with 3. Abby Fuller has been serving for quite a while. She's racked up 2 aces so far. She'll go ahead right back into the middle, and over return from the Pirates, and that one tipped back down from Britta Grimm, back over onto the Tiger hardwood. Britta Grimm with 2 kills of her own. 19 serving 2 on our Logan North Les Schwab scoreboard. Diving attempt finally over the top of the tape, and a violation into the net by Britta Grimm. I think she stuck her foot out underneath there, and that is enough for our near side judge to say no, no, no. We're going to give it over to the Tigers. 19-3 back into the possession of Aberdeen. Carrillo up and high into the middle. Beckstead back set to the right side. Grimm off of the forearms of the Tigers, slightly touched over the top, and a little bit of a change-up there by Palacios. Palacios swung, and it kind of came off of her fingers a little bit funny to the point where the Pirates couldn't read it super well, and that's a kill for Palacios. Fuller, deep squat on the right side. Beckstead back into the middle. Newton hits the line. Yes, ma'am. 2 kills for Newton, and she is all smiles. That big left hand, and it was perfectly placed right on the back line. Farther to the right side of the court. Britta Grimm will go. A dive there, an ace for Britta as she hits it just beyond the 10-foot line. And a very, very stellar effort by Barclay, the senior. Not enough, though, to get it up and over the top of the net. Here comes Grimm's second attempt at service, taken in the middle by Palacios. Punched right over the top of the line, and the battle won by yes. Pointed 2 different ways. Rachel Peck tapped it across the line, and it went down, and that will be a kill for the Tigers. 21-5, your reading on the Les Schwab Logan North scoreboard. Peck will go back to serve into the middle, a jumping serve high across the tape, and that will sail far and out. Could have gone over and through the uprights if we had one on the other side of the gym. This time, possession will swap. No free points there. Service by Newton, and a lift call on the Tigers. And they were pretty adamant there that that hit off of the forearm. Maddie Schultz tried her best to plead her case. Newton will send it across the line again, out and far, taken by Schultz and pushed over off the forehead of Jackson. Pirates will counterattack. Beckstead, short set up in the middle for Mariskal, taken like a bullet and punched back over to West Side. Good reception by the Tigers. Left side attack from Lemon. Off the top of the tape, Mariskal on the over return puts it back over, but the Tigers in good positioning each time. Mariskal to Beckstead, and she has to attack, dug up by Jackson. Finally, a little bit of an error by the Tigers into the net, and that is it there. And that'll do it, 25-4, the end of your first set. A quick one here in West Side. Dayton, Pirates make quick work of the Tigers here in this first set. We'll come back to you for our second set, brought to you by Level 10 Life, right after this on 105.5 KACH, 1340 AM, mylocalradio.com.
With over 24 years of building multifamily and commercial projects across the Intermountain West, Procon stands apart as a leader in the custom framing industry, driven by the standard of delivering the highest level of customer service, high-quality work, and integrity. Procon is dedicated to building multifamily and commercial properties that exceed customer expectations. Visit online to see why Procon stands above the rest at buildprocon.com.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, showtimes, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
Welcome back to set number 2 here in Elwell Gym. The Westside Pirates taking on the Lady Tigers of Aberdeen. Last set taken by the Pirates 25-4. And now we get ready for our second set. A lot of good things that we saw there from the Lady Pirates, as they will take that first set, and the little notch here indicating that they will be up 1-0 in our set department here on mylocalradio.com. A little bit of a substitution out there for the Pirates right now. Mariskal, Camo, Roberts, Lemon, Beckstead, and Fuller, your starting 6. Mariskal will serve over to the Lady Tigers, taken in the back left corner, high up in the air. Schultz into the middle. The attack sailed far out and away by Peck of Aberdeen. First points to the Pirates off of an error. They'll serve once again. Mariskal with the right hand back into the middle. Peck launches and lunges out to her right, almost her 1 o'clock center middle, and it goes off of her forearms, out of bounds, and a sweet ace for Mariskal, who was missing that on her stat sheet there. She's kind of filling out the board in terms of a blackout. 2-1 or 2-0 here on our Logan Northwest Schwab Sports scoreboard. Schultz will dump set, try to get it behind Fuller, and Fuller is fooled. Looking behind herself, thinking that was going to go out of bounds, but it sneaks just inside the right side, and the out of bounds marker, our line there, 2-1. Roberts into the middle for Beckstead. Fuller barely gets it across the line out to the near side. Schultz out to her left. An attack by Carrillo, handled well by Roberts, and Mariscal will just bump it back over to the Tigers. Jackson, middle set up. Gonzalez will misfire low and into the net. A couple errors by the Tigers have led to 3 points early in this second set. Brought to you by Level 10 Life. Level 10 Life coaching, the one-stop place that you can go in order to find out what you need to do in order to achieve your next level in life. Whether you're feeling stuck in a rut or you might be feeling like you need a career change, need something done, meeting a weight goal, trained professionals at Level 10 Life are here to help you. Nice little jab and a second effort there by the front line. Peck had it initially blocked by Beckstead, and she dives out nearest the camera to the near side here and gets it back over the top of the net. We're tied 3-3. Carrillo sails that one out on the way out the back line, and Marley Newton comes in for Paige Camo. Four serving 3 on our Logan Northwest Schwab scoreboard. Lainey Beckstead will send it across the tape high and into the middle. Ball had to be dug up underneath the net, but the third touch was going to be in vain anyway, as it could not be launched over onto the West Side Pirates side. 5-3 in favor of the Lady Pirates. Beckstead again will go. Over and across, a little bit lower, closer to the tape, taking out the 10-foot line. Schultz setting up her teammate, Carrillo. Grimm out to the far side for Fuller. Fuller launches and unloads into the arms of Barclay, and that will go down onto the Tiger hardwood. 6-3, and Fuller, believe it or not, only with 3 kills so far in this matchup. Beckstead bounces it off the top of the tape there and down at the 10-foot line. One of those, if you try and do it on purpose, you would claim it on purpose, absolutely. Goes down for another ace. 7-3. Beckstead again to serve. Out and taken close into the middle and pushed over by Carrillo. Roberts dives into the middle of the defense and sets up Mariscal behind. Mariscal will unload right into the shoulder of Barclay and into her own bench. Mariscal with 4 kills leads all kills in this game. She's got 4 kills and an ace so far. Another service by Beckstead, and that one, it will be an ace off of the forearms in the middle and shoots out the back line of Barclay. Beckstead leads with 3 aces of her own. 2 back-to-back aces here. And multiple assists. And finally, the run had to stop at some point, and Beckstead will go into the net and down. 9-4, our reading on the Logan Northwest Schwab scoreboard. Off the top of the tape, and that one will be an ace for the Lady Tigers off of the arm of Carrillo. Puts them within 4 here in this second set. Carrillo again launching, this time too far and too long. Takes 1 bounce on the hardwood and then the second bounce off of the back wall. Double digits now off of the error. And the Pirates are up, doubling up the Tigers. Gonzalez high into the air, pushed over by Jackson at the 10-foot line. Fuller in the middle. Beckstead goes back to her left. Mariscal will load and launch and take it off of the hip of Gonzalez. 5 kills for Sara Mariscal. Abby Fuller now to serve. Big right hand from Fuller. This one a little bit soft. Diving dig and over return, and it's won by the Tigers, but then pushed back over by the Pirates. Back and forth and back over. Quick work from Newton, and that goes near Grimm, who has to go off of one knee. Bodies collide in the center middle 10-foot line. someone else thought that they were going to get it, and that leads to points for the Lady Tigers. Samantha Jackson back to serve, high into the middle, taken by Fuller, a high off of her forearms. Far out to the left for Mariscal, and she sends it to Gonzalez, who launches it counterclockwise, spinning and into the stands on the far side of the gym. 6 for Mariscal. As my pen starts to die, there we go. Grimm with the punch over, received on the back left line, 10-foot line back right side. Pirates receive. Beckstead far out into the left for Mariscal, down the line and good. That was parallel, looking good, and they are feeding Sada Mariscal tonight, hoping that she can put it away and capitalize, and so far she absolutely has been. Substitution, in comes Barclay. I believe Jackson will take a seat, maybe not. Nope, couldn't see what the number was. Beckstead back set to the right. Newton, who's 3 for 3 on the day. And arms got pulled back just in time. Barclay was gonna contest it right on the back row of the Tigers, and she pulled her arms back just in time. So the hitting percentage for Marley Newton tonight goes down to 60.66, which is still fantastic so far. Service error into the net by Rachel Peck. 14-7, Pirates have doubled up the Tigers here in our second set, brought to you by Level 10 Life on our Logan Northwest Schwab scoreboard. Newton will come in with the left hand, and that will be saved in bounds by Palacios. Left side attack taken by Newton again. Grimm will get set up on the left, and she puts that one down on the back row, rising on the left and jumping. Grimm and Lemon working with that 1-2 punch. And the senior, Natalie Lemon, will get her first notch in the kill department. 15 serving 7. Newton will come back to the line and down the runway. Off the top of the tape and down inside the markers and our boundary lines on the far side, right at the 10-foot line. That will stay in, 16-7. Marley Newton, when I was able to interview her this week for our outstanding student interview, could tell that she has a lot of personality. She likes to be the one to pump the team up, and she is incredibly competitive in all that she does. And you got that from that interview that we were able to listen to early on in the pregame show. Newton will serve once again after an error into the net from the Tigers. This time they will play it up and punch it back into the net. 2 back-to-back errors for Aberdeen. Leads us to an 18-7 score reading on our Logan Northwest Schwab scoreboard. A little bit smaller crowd tonight, not as many as maybe we have seen before. Newton attacks and serves right to Palacios, and she will send that into the bleachers. 2 aces for the junior Newton. Waiting for the whistle once again. Lemon has come out and Roberts has come in. Back to Palacios. Beckstead high out and away to the left and pushed over finally by Newton. Diving dig at the 10-foot line, back over to the Pirates. Beckstead high into the middle. Gunderson launching too far and out of bounds. Out the back line, bounces off of the padding on the opposite side of the gym. 19-8. Palacios will serve low. That will be a service error once again, right into the tape and back towards herself. 20 for the Pirates. Mariscal will serve. Right hand high up in the air, back left corner, Palacios. Schultz over and into the middle, slapped over by Gonzalez. Pirates counterattack by Fuller, and she goes cross court from left to right into the bench, but hitting inside the boundary hardwood on the right side near the out of bounds line there. 21-8, Fuller with 4 kills. Reception too close and low underneath the tape by the Tigers. 22-8, screaming our way through this second set. Mariscal high up in the air. Gonzalez out to her right. Schultz back to Gonzalez, and it is into the net and low. 23-8. Pirates, with only one lone loss on the season, look to right themselves and get redemption against Malad this weekend. But first, they have to take care of business against the Tigers and Soda Springs tomorrow. Gunderson will misfire, and she will go into the net. Gets a little bit of encouragement from her coach on the near side, Coach Royer, wanting to make sure that Gunderson is supported. Back to Gunderson on the right side, and she has to go high. Dug up on the diving dig. High up towards the tape, and Gunderson puts it back. 3 touches, and Gunderson gets her first kill. Audrey Gunderson, the senior, puts Westside one step closer to closing this second set. It is now set point, 24-9. And Gunderson will serve into the middle. Taken by Carrillo. They'll go back to Carrillo. Tipped at the line, sent back over to the Tigers. Schultz will set up back set to the right side. Tipped at the line once again by Fuller. Beckstead and the Pirates attack on the left. Grimm off the top of the forehead and down, and that ends the second set off of a kill by Britta Grimm. That's 3 for her. She's got 3 kills, 1 block, 1 ace so far in this match. Second set, 25-9, and we are screaming through this game here. Only about 30 minutes into it, and we're getting ready for our third set. Right after this on 105.5 KACH, 1340 AM, mylocalradio.com.
Sometimes in life, the next level seems to be just out of your reach. You know you could reach your goal if you could just figure out what's blocking your success. The trained professionals at Level 10 Life offer life, health, and career coaching. These professional coaching sessions will help you put the next piece together in your puzzle. Don't wait. The coaches at Level 10 Life are here to help you reach your next milestone in life. Schedule a free consultation online at level10lifecoach.com.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
Level 10 Life provides skilled, one-on-one life coaching sessions to help you unlock your next level in life. Our trained professionals specialize in health, life, and career coaching. Book a free consultation today at level10lifecoach.com.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Welcome back to our third set today of Westside Lady Volleyball here in Elwell Gym, Dayton, Idaho. The Pirates and the Tigers taking each other on in a conference matchup right here. As we get ready and into our third set today, you can see that the Pirates have taken both sets. The first set 25-9. Oh, excuse me. The first set 25-4. Second set 25-9. This third set being brought to you today by Papa J's, world-class jerky in small-town USA, Clifton, Idaho. I gotta say, I put a plug in for a lot of these places, but Papa J's, I mean, you have not lived until you've tried their beef jerky. Yeah, you heard it. I'm calling you out if you haven't had any Papa J's beef jerky. Go to Clifton. It's worth the drive. Make a date out of it. Do something. It is Americana in the utmost sense. So go ahead and try some. Tigers now will serve over to the Westside Pirates. Schultz will go across the tape. Fuller on the left, high into the air for Beckstead. They'll feed Fuller back again. She'll cock up and load. Back over and returned off of the forearm, over the net, but out of bounds by Emerta Carrillo. Kill for Abby Fuller, and she finally gets to 5 kills here tonight. Seems to have taken a little bit longer than normal, but that's because everybody's just been getting in on the action for the Pirates so far. Natalie Lemon to serve, standing serve, and every single time I love the shoes. Off the top of the tape, the white fluttering and bouncing as the ball rolls off of it, short velocity taken away, and it will roll down onto the Tigers' side. 2 points there and 2 back-to-back aces as Natalie Lemon winds up and sends it back over to the back line of the Tigers. I can hardly keep track of how quickly things are going here. Where is she? Natalie Lemon. 3 aces. Second one taken in the middle. Schultz out to the left side for Carrillo. Dug up by Camo. Taken underneath the net, and a whistle as Beckstead puts her body on the line, but slides underneath the tape on that dig. 3-1. Barclay will send it over. Beckstead sets up in the middle for Fuller. Blocked and far out of bounds. Way to go in there and take it. Rachel Peck kind of holding her right arm as she took a bullet from Abby Fuller right in the middle on the logo. 4-1, Fuller up to 6. 1 away. Tipped at the line on the service ace by Beckstead. He's got 4 tonight. 5-1, our Logan Northwest Schwab reading in our third set today. Brought to you by Papa J's. Beckstead gets it, and Fuller will go over to Camo. Down the line, up by Schultz. Into the air, 10-foot line slapped over and tipped. Roberts, a fight at the tape. Fuller saves it. Grimm goes to the back left corner. Schultz is there, and the setup from Jackson intended for Carrillo goes careening out of bounds into our media table to her left. 6-1. Beckstead, signature L approach across and taken on the back right line. A little side set. Grimm touches it twice high up in the air, and Fuller will go over. Schultz digs. Camo there to block, and it will be pushed out of bounds over the top, just in front of the antenna, but cannot be kept in bounds. 7-1, our reading. Beckstead across the line, this time just a laser beam, screams past Riley Barclay, inbounds and in. Beckstead, 5 aces. She leads all aces with 5. 8-1. Second service, this time taken by the Tigers and just kind of laid over for the Pirates. Left side attack from Camo, but that one too far out and away. Hitting the back padding there in front of all the sponsors and the Pirates font on the baseline of the basketball court. Fuller into the middle for Beckstead, and she'll feed Camo out to the left, and Camo will go cross court and in. Paige Camo with a hammer fist shoots across the face of the defense and goes from left to right, hitting the back right corner. 9-2. Fuller to serve across the line towards the left sideline, blocked by Grimm, high up in the air on the Pirates side. Grimm will go to Mariscal. Touched, but set up on the counterattack on the right by Schultz. To Fuller on the left. Grimm sets up Mariscal. That one's blocked. Blocked by the Tigers, inbounds. Came off the ricochet from the far side, screaming down the tape on the near side, and falls right near the Pirate logo in front of our near side judge. 9-3, your reading. Tigers give it to the Pirates, high up in the rafters, played off and pushed over by Mariscal. Schultz back into the middle behind herself, taken by Roberts, received by the Pirates. The feed Mariscal again, and that will go off of the ceiling and down onto the Pirate hardwood, but it will be called an obstruction. Can't have the ball ping pong off of the ceiling like that. That is a violation. 10-3. Grimm far out to the left. Set up from Jackson into the middle. Dug up and pushed back over by Mariscal and Fuller. And that was quick. Fuller had her fist out on the ground as she was sprawled out center mid. And then Mariscal had just enough lift on it to shoot over the top of the tape, and it bounced off a couple Tigers and out of bounds. 11-3 your reading on the Les Schwab North Logan scoreboard. Camo back set to the right side for Mariscal. Sends it again. And Natalie Lemon will get called into the tape. As it was just put on a platter for her, and she just overextended herself and was called for the penalty. 11-4, service by the Tigers, bouncing off the net and down onto the Pirate hardwood. An ace there by senior Rachel Peck. Peck again to serve. This time she had the magic to bounce it off the net and down onto the Pirate hardwood. This time too low, shoots back to her for a service error. 12-5. Paige Camo will get subbed out. Marley Newton will come on in. She'll take over serving duties. Service by Newton, over return far out for Sammy Roberts. Mariscal high in the air for Beckstead, who wanted to get her first kill, but it's dug up by Peck on the back line of the Tigers. Back over to West Side, into the middle, Mariscal to Beckstead. And she is led out of bounds off of the attempted pass. That's more on, I gotta say, that's more on Mariscal for leading her out of bounds too far. Beckstead tries to get it back in, and it goes into the net. 12-6. Roberts, Beckstead, Fuller, down, back line, straight across, center middle. Fuller matches Mariscal, both with 7 kills apiece, 13-6. Midway through our third set, brought to you by Papa J's Beef Jerky. Error by Mariscal will sail out of bounds on her service, out and to the left. Lady Tigers will give it back to the Pirates off of the service. Beckstead to Fuller on the left, and she goes low into the net. Mistimed jump and attack. (13-8). Service far out. Too much muscle on that one from Maddie Schultz. Natalie Lemon, she will serve. Out of bounds. Looked like it could have probably stayed, it was close, but just a hair, couple inches to the right. Too close to the Tiger bench, 14-9. The Tigers have matched their high in points today in each service, and exceeded as a service off the top of the tape and down in front of Mariscal. Service ace by Brianna Gonzalez. 14-10. Inbounds, another ace by Gonzalez. 2 back-to-back aces. And Coach Royer says, all right, let's finish this. Couple claps and let's get back in order here. 14-11. Roberts high in the air. Beckstead out to the left for Grimm. That's returned back over to West Side after the over return on the back corner. They'll feed Fuller. And Fuller winds up and launches off of Schultz and out of bounds. Schultz was a little bit too late on that swing. Kind of got behind it. It's grazed her. Fuller leads with 8 kills. Beckstead received, over return, and Fuller watches it patiently like a lioness, something like a cat of some sort of prey. I want to say bird of prey, but that's not the word I'm looking for. Waited for it to come across the tape and then slapped it back over after it was over returned. 16-11, 9 kills now And an error on the right side by the Tigers. 17-11 on our North Logan Les Schwab scoreboard. Beckstead rolling it off of her right hand. She'll do a jumping serve into the middle. Miscalculated. Shoots off behind Palacios. Beckstead, 6 aces tonight. Incredible stuff from Lainey Beckstead. Here comes Beckstead once again. She'll go to the back line, high off the forehead, shooting backwards, but back into play. Bumped over. Roberts of West Side into the middle for Beckstead, who back set for Newton. Newton's dug up. Grimm gets the over return, and she punches it down at the 10-foot line on the right. Grimm with 4 kills, 1 block, and 1 ace. The Pirates will inch closer. And another ace from Beckstead as 2 Tigers collide, wanting to go for it at the same time in the back quadrant number 2, if you were looking at the court parallel-wise from the west side portion of the court. 20-11 and a timeout. We'll take it. Back after this on 105.5 KACH 1340 AM, mylocalradio.com.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
Bought my first truck from here in 1992 when I was 14 years old, and been buying trucks and a few cars ever since. I'm always referring friends, family, anybody I talk to West Motor Company.
We have a good time here, We have a great team of employees that we encourage them to have fun. Play at work is kind of one of our mottos.
West Motors will treat you like family.
WestMotorCompany.com. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Welcome back to our third set today, brought to you by Papa J's Beef Jerky. Our score 22-11 after back-to-back aces by Beckstead. She will serve once again to the back line. Palacios, right side Schultz will push it over into the back left corner. Beckstead into the middle for Grimm, high in the air for Newton. And Newton has that one saved by the Tigers. That's incredible work with one hand by the front line there. Grimm will attack and get blocked underneath, and Fuller can't dig it up after the ricochet. Tigers throw a little bit of sauce their way. 22-12 in the service there by Carrillo into the middle. Fuller high up in, and the over return mistimed and mishandled by Rachel Peck. 23-12 on our Les Schwab Logan North scoreboard. 2 more points and possible clean sweep for the Pirates, barring a pretty big comeback of the Tigers. Mariscal on the left, high into the air for Beckstead, who will dump set. Caught the Tigers off guard and lacking there. Weren't ready for it. Beckstead has her kill. Match point, Fuller to the back line, taken. Jackson slapped over by Carrillo. Fuller, left side, Mariscal out of bounds. Mariscal wanted it, but couldn't keep it within the bounds of play. 24-13. Fuller on the right side off of her forearms. Beckstead will go out to the left for Mariscal, and she launches, taking on for the forearms of the Tigers. Carrillo to Fuller. Beckstead again. Mariscal on the left, and that one will do it. Off the back line, shooting out of bounds into the bleachers to our right. 25-13 off of the kill by Sara Mariscal. Pirates get the clean sweep. Pirates get the clean sweep over conference foe Aberdeen Tigers here in Dayton, and that will do it. And we'll have more volleyball tomorrow. It should be really exciting. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back for our final thoughts and our Ralph's Construction postgame show right after this on 105.5 KACH 1340 AM, mylocalradio.com.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa Jay's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa Jay's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa Jay's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa Jay's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
Welcome back to our post-game show. A quick volleyball matchup, 3 up and 3 down. The Westside Pirates take care of the Aberdeen Tigers 3-0. Set scores of 25-4, 25-9, and 25-13. Incredible work for the Pirates, who are ranked number 2 overall in the coaches poll, according to idahosports.com. They have a chance to continue their domination and get redemption this week, as they will play the Cardinals of Soda Springs tomorrow in Soda Springs, and then Friday and Saturday they will be participating in the Malad tournament. We will not cover Friday's coverage, as we will be going back to Soda Springs to cover Westside Pirate football, trying to come back after a loss after 3 years to the Bear Lake Bears. They're hungry and ready to start their own destiny out in Soda Springs this week, and then we'll come back for the weekend. All day Saturday, I will be there trying to cover the Westside Pirates. We will at least have audio coverage of all that tournament play out there. If not video coverage, we'll determine whether or not we will have that opportunity to have video, barring a conversation I will have with the Malad athletic director. We'll see how that goes. Welcome to our Ralph's Construction post-game show. We thank you very much, including all of our sponsors, including Ralph's Construction, Stokes Marketplace, West Motor Company, Papa Jay's, and S&T Electric, to name a very few. We're going to go ahead and take a break, come back with our final stats, our player of the game, and what you'll hear for the rest of Westside coverage later this week in our last week of September on 105.5 KACH 1340 AM, mylocalradio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
Welcome back to our post-game show today, brought to you by Ralph's Construction. It's now time for our Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency post-game stats. Brittany and Braden Smith, fantastic people and great agents to help you protect the things which matter most here in Preston. Proud supporters of both the Preston Indians and the Westside Pirates. For our stats today, leader in kills will be Abby Fuller with 10 of her own. Right behind her, Sada Mariskal. In total, the team totaled 29 kills tonight, including some big ones from Britta Grimm, Natalie Lemon, Marley Newton. Everybody pretty much got in on the action here tonight. 3 blocks collectively as a team, Britta Grimm with 2 of her own. And aces, our leader in aces tonight, Lainey Jane Beckstead, with 8 of her own, collectively Westside with 16. A few more errors than what we saw at Bear Lake, and I'm sure that's something that Coach will probably talk about. You could tell in the third set when the Tigers were going on a little bit of a run, Coach Royer was like, all right, let's get this under control, let's put this away. Pirates respond in the appropriate way and put things out and away. We're going to go ahead and thank you so very much for joining us on mylocalradio.com. I am Cody Olsen, joined here with my wonderful wife, Melissa Olsen, doing camera. We encourage you to keep your eye out and look for us tomorrow as we will be in Soda Springs covering the matchup between the Pirates and the Cardinals. Pregame starting at approximately 6:30 and first serve scheduled for 7. And then Friday, we'll be covering back in Soda Springs Westside Pirate football, looking to come back after their loss against Bear Lake, which happened last week. And then the Malad tournament for Saturday. Barring any complications, we will have, at the very least, an audio coverage of all that action there as the Pirates for volleyball look to get redemption against the Malad Dragons, their only sole loss of the year. Thank you so very much for joining us on 105.5 KACH 1340 AM. I am Cody Olsen, thanking you. And on behalf of all of our colleagues, both here in Preston, in Idaho, and in our Wyoming offices, including Dan Hubbard, the voice of the Preston Indians, our audio-visual technician, John Beverly, and our executive producer, Val Cook, we say thank you so very much. Everybody have a great night and drive safe. Enjoy yourself.
The preceding has been a wholly owned production of mylocalradio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated.